GMD. It's GMD. It's GMD online.
Yo, what's going on? This is Conspicuous, bigging up Beat Lounge, GMD online. You may or may not know me as part of the colony. You know what I mean? UK veterans putting it down for years. Been making beats for say the last best part of 12 years now. Started off in the MPC 2000 XL. Well, currently still on the MPC. I love that old crackly dusty sound. Incorporated it with Cubase, chop up the samples, put that stuff together, make it sound nice and fat. And yeah man, just been doing my thing. Put my hands up, I'm an Akai MPC 2000 XL sample based beat making fiend. I love going through records, chopping up samples, remaking them, flipping them about. You know what I mean? My sound is that head nod, breaking, boom bap, break your neck, dirty, grimy hip hop. That's what I make. Thumping drums, nod your head like that, and just, you know what I mean? But apart from that, I like that hip hop soul stuff as well, like the old early Mary J. Blige type stuff, the 90s hip hop soul kind of stuff. There's a singer that I'm working with called Esther Manolo, who's got a track called End. YouTube that. You'll hear that kind of stuff. Been dabbling in a bit of that kind of stuff as well, but primarily it's all hip hop, it's all head bang boogie shit. Like I said, I used the MPC 2000 XL. I started off with the MPC when a friend of mine, Mr. Riz, brought it around to my house one time. I got hooked on it. I went out and bought one. I've been using it ever since. But recently I've been incorporating it into Cubase and just chopping up the samples in not even chopping the samples in Cubase. I've been doing my loops in the MPC and then literally just running it through into Cubase and then chopping it up into Cubase as well. I find it less time consuming and I can kind of see what I'm doing as well. It's a little bit less tedious than, you know, turning the buttons and the dials and whatever. But yeah, the MPC 2000 XL, that's my baby. I don't think I'll stray. I love you. As already stated, I'm part of the colony. We've put out 2 12-inch singles, an EP, and 2 mixtapes, which I produced heavily on. My own stuff, I produced my first EP, I produced some of my first album, some of my second. Didn't produce anything on the third album because I didn't have a studio at the time, but I completely, like from top to bottom, produced my 4th album, 81 June 6, which is out now on Bandcamp. Go check that out. But as for other people, like I really started making beats because no one would give me beats. Like people a little bit, I was new on the scene and maybe I had to like pay my dues first, but no one was really giving me beats, so I started making beats myself. And then I found that people were asking me for beats. People that I've produced for Shameless, I produced on his EP and his album. I've produced for T-Bear before he was part of the colony. I've also produced for Sir Smurf Little, who is part of the colony. Associated Minds artists like Ralph Ripshit and Mudmouth, I've produced for them. There's a guy called Versus, whose album's coming out. It should be out by the time this is out. Produced a track for his album. Producing for Hardbody Entertainment at the moment. Dino's album, doing the majority of Dino's album. You might know him from Heaven Sent Thugs. Artist wise, the close artists that I'm working with personally, I'm working with Daff, Mucky, Esther Manolo. There's a new guy that I'm working with called Breadwork K. He's doing big things at the moment. But yeah, primarily that's my camp, the whole OEM. Oh, Vicious, my cousin Vicious, gonna produce his whole EP for him as well. That's gonna be banging. There's a few things in the pipeline that I'm not really gonna speak on at the moment, just in case this comes out and it don't happen and you're like, Cons, you chat shit. You know what I mean? But basically, beats wise, I like one story that sticks to mind, and this is probably the beat that most people know me for at the moment, but it's a Daft track called Half. And that track almost never happened. What happened is Daft came round and I went through a bunch of beats. I went through some old beats that I'd made from before and I skipped through that one, but I originally made that beat for Grimlock. Grimlock gave me the sample, I made the beat the best part of 8 years ago now, and Grim never used it. So while it was on my hard drive, I never had the parts for the beat. I lost all the parts and whatever. I just had a basic rough mix of the beat, flicking through, and Daft was like, oh, put that beat on. So I put it on and he was like, oh, I got something that can go with this, and I was like, nah, don't even worry about this beat. Like, I haven't got the parts or nothing. It's Grimlock's beat anyway, yeah, although he hadn't used it. And he was like, nah, let me use the beat. And we actually argued for about half hour. No lie, half hour. We argued about whether he was going to use the beat or not. I wasn't letting him use the beat. He was saying, let me use the beat. I said, fuck it. Put the beat on. It was a little bit tense as well. We got to do a bit of an argument over it. He went in, spat the track. No word of a lie. He must have spat in about 3 takes. Tops, yeah, 3 takes. He came out and said, you know what, fuck it, we're using that. That was that, you know what I mean? He put the video out, and all I kept seeing in the comments was, what's the instrumental, what's the instrumental? Now, people thought it was some big American instrumental, but failed to realise that, nah, it's Daft's own track, it's his track. And as for like putting the instrumental out, none of you fuckers are gonna get that instrumental, because I don't want no whack MCs rhyming over my shit. It's his track, it belongs to him, leave it alone. This next one you might recognise, the infamous Daft half beat. Like I said, I told you that this track almost never happened, but here we go, man.
Yeah.
We got my brother Daft, all made in the building.
If Daft flip 10, then I give man 5. If Daft flip 20, then I give man 10. If Daft flip 30, then I give man half. That's how a nigga feels for the grief in the past. Didn't mean to stress you, have to get mine, no one else will bless you. Who will bless me? Heart is empty.
This one's End by Esther Manolo, co-produced by my brother Propaganda, who started the OEM label with me. Some soulful vocals, hard-hitting drums, some of that hip-hop soul shit, you know what I mean? Like, for real. You know what I mean? That proper dirty head note, soulful vocal. Last track I'm going to play by my brother Mucky. Look out for him. Mucky Music Volume 1 is out now. Volume 2 coming out soon. It's a damn shame what he did to this beat.
Mucky and hungry.
Understatement, bro. Understatement.
Zone out this. Live.
It makes me want to quit, I swear.
Zone. Money ain't really the problem, we're getting that in. But it's like the more you see it, like, hold on, this is a cat tick. So it keeps holding us, we go back in. Whether blowing from the jewelers with gold, but you gotta pack it. Niggas growing up that food on the road.
Like I said, got a few albums out at the moment. This is one of them. Junebug came out 2011. Go bandcamp.com and you'll see 81 June 6 free download. That's probably my last album that I'm going to be pushing myself. We got the Colony stuff dropping. If you didn't know, the Colony is Cobain, Grimlock, T-Bear, Willow Whisper and Sir Smurf Little. The next project that I'm heavily involved in is Young Mucky and Hungry with Mucky. Got some epic stuff coming with Mux, trust me. Like, got other producers like Mr. Riz and Steve Jones working on that as well. Like, trust me, that's gonna be big. Hopefully we'll be dropping the new Daft project soon as well. Produced about 3 or 4 tracks so far off that. Free Daft, that's my brother right there. People that I'd like to work with, I'd like to work a little bit closer with Tony D. I'd like to produce some stuff for him. C Major, that's another, I haven't even met C Major. If he's watching, yeah, looking forward to hopefully bucking up with you sometime and working on something. Other than that, I've kind of worked with all the people that I really want to work with. Everyone I really want to work with is in my circle, so I'll be happy to just produce Daft and Mux and Vicious CDs for the next like 5, 10, 15 years. Fuck it. That's it, really. If you want to work and you want some beats, holler at me at thecolony@hotmail.co.uk. That's THECOLONY@hotmail.co.uk. Or get me on Twitter or Facebook. My Twitter is @ConsOEM. That's CONSOEM. More time I'm on Instagram as well, so that's ConsOEM also. Holler at me for beats. We'll sort out prices or whatever. I mean, gotta pay your way, bro. Peace.